What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and today we are going to talk about the charts. As usual, it's going to be a quick run through of what's going on right now. Then stick around to the end of the video. We're going to take a look at the Amazon compared to Bitcoin chart. We're going to take some time measurements on that and just kind of look at how it's playing out. But before we begin, make sure you guys scroll down, smash that thumbs up, leave your comments down below at the end of the video. Let me know what you think. Do you really believe that we could be following the Amazon chart, or do you think we're just going to go up from here and Bitcoin is bottom? I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want daily updates. We do a bigger run through of the markets on the longer term. On Mondays, it's a longer video than these. Tuesday through Friday is going to be shorter videos, but tomorrow I won't be doing a video as I'm going up north to a buddy's cabin. We're going to look at some land up there. So I won't be around, but I might throw some quick videos from my phone up or something, depending on what's going on with Bitcoin. But anyways, let's get into it. Again, make sure you smash those likes. That helps pump the video out. Just take a second out and do that. And take a look at the pre-markets. Dow futures are down up 189. S&P's up 28. And NASDAQ futures 124. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones. So we talked about this yesterday. I'm expecting to come down and at least come down to this 31.5 level this week. We may do that today, but we could get a little rally up or whatever. But all in all, this is still looking pretty bearish to me. I do believe once we break this median, we may play around in here for a little while to come down to our targets around that 28. But remember, if this 28 breaks within the next month or two, it's going to get pretty ugly for Dow Jones. Let's look at the DXY. The DXY, as you guys know, we are still within this channel here. We talked about this Friday, getting the bounce at 107.60. We hit it exactly. That was a fib measured move. I do expect us to get up to this 112. As of right now, our resistance or our support is around 108 to 108.2. So right here, right at the 55 EMA. And then of course, as long as we stay above this 107.60, I remain bullish on the DXY. Now, if we're bullish on the DXY, what's that? Bearish for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at some stuff here. So I have this marked, this VPVR right here, this high volume node at 21,421. If we do continue to the upside, that is the highest I see us going. If we get above that, then we'll have to take a look at we'll have to switch our ideas around. But as of right now, if we're even to pump, that would be the highest I see us going back up to that 21.4 range. We also have resistance at 20,800, which is where I had told you I would short on the weekly chart. So let's take a look at these targets here, see what's going on. I told you if we open and close the 4 hour above the 20,100, then we could look for as high as 20,800. That would be my first point of resistance. And then of course that 21.5 as the highest I see us going. I do believe this is just another trap to get everybody bullish again, to get everybody buying, and to get more liquidity. And what was this? This was our target right here, that 20,001, and that we hit that to the T. Or actually, we went a little bit lower, but if we look at this as a bear flag here and the measured move here, that gets us to around the 18.7. I'm still looking for that range. I still believe we are most definitely headed down to these again, unless we get above that 21.5. The next target is from this trend break here. Bring that down, and that gets us to the 18.1. And the next trend break is from the trend break up here. That gives us the 17.5. I do believe we will eventually come back to test the 17.5. If that does not hold, you guys know we have much, much lower targets. Let's look at the daily here. So on the daily, we had our first big measured move. Now, this is where I see us most likely headed. If you look at this as the flagpole, this is the bear flag. We've talked about this forever. That gets us down to approximately, put this down here. Actually, let me stretch this out. And you're going to find the Amazon chart at the end very interesting. And it's not just going over it like normal. We're going to do some time measurements on it. A lot of people are saying Bitcoin moves a lot faster than any other markets. That is not true. And I'm going to show you why. Anyways, so 7,500, that is what that target is. So that's probably where we'll get what I believe is going to be the false bottom, probably towards the end of this year. Could happen quicker, but I'm looking towards the end of this year because we'll probably get down to that 14.5 range, get a bounce, get another little rally, relief rally, get everybody bullish again before continuing down into 2023. And I'll show you why I'm thinking that way. So let's look here. Every time, okay, this here was our measured move of the rising channel. We broke that rising channel and we expected the 25.3. That's what we got, right? Now we have another flag pull with another bear flag. Once we broke that trend, our target was 17.5. Nailed it. Now we have broken this one here. That gets us down to approximately the $8,900 to $9,000 level. I do think we're going to hit them levels. Again, I do think 14.5 will probably be the bounce area before coming up for another little relief rally and then coming back down to these, like I said, towards the end of the year, 75 to 8,900. And let's take a look at that in the Amazon chart, and I'll show you some times, some time measurements in it. Before we do, make sure you check out PrimeXBT, by far the best trading exchange in my opinion. Links down below. There's also a tutorial on my YouTube page, and there will be one at the end of the video right above me, along with my Amazon Bitcoin comparison chart or video that I made on December 2nd. If you do choose to use Prime, you can use my promo code SAVVY25. Will get you 25% off your fees. SAVVY50 will get you up to a $7,000 bonus. So this is the chart we've been watching since December 2nd, what we were looking for. I did call this top at 64. I knew we would get an ABC correction. I just didn't think it would break the high, but nevertheless, this was the real top. I believe this was just a big stop hunt, just ABC correction like we were expecting. Like I said, just higher than I expected. And then the continuation to the downside. Everyone else was super bullish, calling 100,000 up here. We were not. As a matter of fact, we expected this. If you watched my videos back then, I talked about a bounce. Back in when this was all happening right up here, I talked about a bounce coming in June and the middle of June for the ABC correction. That's exactly when it happened. Again, it wasn't as it was much higher than I thought it was going to be, but nevertheless, it was an ABC correction, and you can see what's happening now. Now, let's look over here at the Amazon. Let's look at this first little hump here on Amazon, and then we have the same thing in Bitcoin here. Let's measure that from this high to the next high right here was 168 days. Now, if we go over to Bitcoin and go from this high down here, this high up here, 140 days, pretty damn close. Does Bitcoin move faster than normal markets? Absolutely not. Look at, let's do another measurement. Let's measure from this high to this high, right? Yes, this one was a little bit, this one was a lot higher, but it was still the same pattern. Guys, we're looking for market structure here. That was 112 days. Let's go from over here to this one. That was 105 days. No difference in the time it's taking to move, guys. And remember, this is on a weekly chart. Now let's measure this high to this high. Just showing you guys that the structure is almost identical. And again, they don't have to play out candle for candle. It's about structure here. And what was that? 224 days. Let's go over to this one. The high. 210 days. Doesn't look like it moved any faster than traditional markets, guys. Let's look at this high to how long before the false bottom, right? So we take it up from here. to the false bottom right here. That was 483 days. Let's look at where we're at now. And this will give us an idea when we can look for that false bottom. So 400 and what was it? 483 days. So let's say 500 just for, actually, let's say 483. So that's why I have my 3 wave here, which is between 7,500 and say 8,500 range. I do believe we will get a bounce there, just like we did here. And this was 130% rally. So, you know, it looks really small in here. And when it happens here, it's going to look huge because people are going to be looking at it in the 4-hour and the daily, making it look humongous. And then what happens, we come down and we break this low. That's why I believe this will be the false bottom sometime it could be in the beginning of next year when we get this. But if we do get it this year in November, which is very possible, if we do get that in November, we'll probably rally into the new year. But if this plays out with the same time frame as this one over here did, we'd be looking at around February for this false bottom, middle or end of February, right? Now, let's do something else. Let's take this high all the way to the true bottom, right? That would be 665 days. And that would get us sometime to the middle or end of next year. This is showing September. Now, it could be off by a month or two, but that is why I believe the bottom will be in 2023. Now, if this chart gets invalidated, which as you can see, it absolutely has not been invalidated yet. If it gets invalidated, then we have to start looking for bullish targets. But even if I've showed you guys this, let me find my Amazon chart right here. So this is on the weekly, right? We go over to Amazon on the weekly and look. You'll have plenty of time to buy the bottom if this is the case. This bottom from the false low, which I believe will probably be sometime in the beginning of next year, April 01, this one was. And then it had the new low, and that was, you know, a year later. April 01 to September. So about 6 months later, we had the true bottom. And then we still had tons of time. So let's measure from the false bottom to this next low over here. So I'll consider that the bear market. We did not break totally out actually till right over here. So that was 574 days, which is a long time to be able to buy some dead zone. And by dead zone, I mean there's not a whole lot going to go on. Everybody's going to forget about Bitcoin. And then if it does happen, like Amazon, it was 10 years before it broke its all-time highs. But that's not to say, guys, everyone's telling you that for sure it's going to go up. And you know, you'll hear a lot of people say, when everybody expects something, don't plan on it not happening. Well, everyone expects Bitcoin to reach new all-time highs. Not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying it does not have to happen. There's no guarantee it's going to happen. And if it does happen, it could be crazy. But remember, this is years. It was 10 years to break the all-time high. And that was in 09. And let's see. Rallied for the next. Crazy, huh? Rallied for the next 11 years. 09 to 21. 12 years. A huge bull rally, and that now it's doing a huge correction. But nevertheless, guys, don't expect it to just shoot up and moon, right? Don't expect Bitcoin to go from here and just shoot straight up. That's not, you got to look at it in the macro charts, guys. That's not how it happens. I hate to tell you, but we are not going to just shoot to the moon from here and have a bull run into 2025. I think that's highly unlikely. But again, I could be wrong. Let me know what you think below. Make sure you smash those thumbs up. Leave your comments. Let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already and share this video. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm out.